Hey, lovely sexy hobby people, welcome back. So my Imperium delivery dropped today, so that's really nice. I've got one more delivery left and then that's it. So we've got 83, 84, 85, 86. Let's have a quick look at 83. So this is our final Nundam. Or Paragon Warsuit, as it's officially known as. Let's have a look. Do you want to just check something really quick? Yeah, that's fine. I got the right one. So that's cool. Right, here we go. So, complete your Warsuit unit, read about the Eldari, and deploy your Warsuits. Oblis and Lyrak. Phase 4. So straight off our red war zones, number 18. Assault on Macrosanctum Primus. Recon map data, Alexis Theta. Sorry, XxXX Theta. Okay, so we've got a little map here and then we've got a key for it. So that's cool. I wonder if that would be easy enough to make into a baseboard. Interesting. Right, Eldari mythology. And then we've got another story. So, stories, number 25. This one is Space Marines against Eldari. Siam Ham. Shuriken weapons. And how to build a Paragon Warsuit. Okay, so I did notice that there was a spare sword on one of the earlier sprues, and it's saying that we need it to complete this unit as our Paragon Superior, so the leader of our Paragon Warsuits. I will again be kitting this out with a multi-melter for the anti-tank capabilities. But I put one of these together in issue 81. I've done a battle ready paint scheme in 82, and so this time round we'll take the battle ready up to more of a parade ready standard. And then how to paint. So there you go. Not really a lot sort of like extra in the magazines. We've got, obviously, this is slightly more detailed painting guide than previously. And then we've got campaign number 4, Scouring Electia. Electia holds great significance for the Adeptus Sororitas. Many sisters died to recover the relics of St. Martius, and now the Order of our Martyred Lady leads efforts to fully secure the Holy Moon. To do so, they will need to scour the Necrons from the Hive City and reconsecrate its holy shrines. The Necrons have not yet given up their claim to Electia. The Destroyer cults are entrenched within the Hive and long for more organic beings to slaughter. So Necrons, these destroyers lurk. What's the bet in? This is going to be Destroyer cult against the Paragon Warsuits. In the wake of the initial battle for Electia, the majority of Necron forces withdrew to defend the Dolmen Gate at Kajalma's Skull. The Destroyer cults remained in force, however, hunting down surviving organics. The arrival of more warm bodies gives a welcome opportunity to slaughter more living beings. An Imperium reconquest. The lingering spore of Xenos invaders continues to befoul Electia's holy ground. Led by their canoness, the Order of our Martyred Lady seek to reconsecrate Electia Prime, the Moon's only Hive City, To do so, the canoness must reach the central shrine and restore unto it the divine light of the Emperor. Oh no, they're not saying that we have to use our things, but it is a 75 power matchup. Mission briefing: the High Shrine lies at the heart of the city. Seizing the symbol of the Emperor's light is the first step towards victory. So we're using all 4 of our battle mats on the pale grey side, and what we have is one of the Sector Mechanicus Ruins sets is going to be our shrine area, and then it looks like we have 6 objective markers as well, and then the forces deploy 6 inches along opposite short board edges. So there you go. And in the next issues we get Skitarii Marshal and XxxX Destroyer. So do you want to have a look at the plastic? I mean, we've seen 2 of these sprues already. Again, 2021 sculpt. It's very much the same as the previous sculpts. So with that said, I think it's fair to say that we'll just get straight in with doing the detail painting. Okay. Hey sexy people, welcome to this part of the video, and what we're going to do is we're just going to start detail painting our sister's Paragon Warsuit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with highlighting the black, and I'm starting off with Dark Reaper, and this is literally just a edge highlight on all the raised edges, etc. Now that I've done all of the Dark Reaper, I'm going to come in with Mechanicus Standard Grey and just do some ultimate highlights on the mini. So just literally coming in and doing the highest raised areas like so, and again I'm going to work around the model, so come back. I'm going to come in with White Scar now, and I'm going to use a very fine detail brush so I've got control, and this is to just add in the highlights to all the white areas that we've done. And also just to dab in some highlight onto the rockets in the rocket pods there. Now coming in with silver, and I'm using, where is it, Runefang Steel for this. And what I'm doing is I'm going to edge highlight the sword on the silver, and then I'm just going to work my way around the metallics and just edge highlight the metallics. Mainly what I've done, Lead Belcher at this stage. Coming in now with Mephiston Red, and this is, I'm just bringing the robes back up. So I'm going to be I'm going to be doing obviously the edges, and then the highest raised areas on the vestments. And in all honesty, all I'm doing is I'm just running my brush, flat the brush down it, and that's So I'm more than happy with the results that I normally get from doing that. Okay, now we're coming in with Wild Rider Red for the second highlights on the red parts. Obviously don't forget to do your gun casing and the eyes if you've painted your eye lenses red. And this just needs to be a slightly thinner highlight than you put on originally. But go round all the model. Don't forget to, like I say, do this, and obviously don't forget to do the back part if you haven't done it already. Now, in the previous video I painted the power pack or whatever it is, Caliban green. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to come in with Deathcore Drab. Where's it gone? There it is, Deathcore Drab. And I'm gonna, it's more of an overbrush, so I've taken some out, I've put it onto my palette here, and what I'm going to do is it's kind of like an over dry brush rather than a full dry brush, so there's slightly more goes onto the item, but there's still the dark green in the recesses, and that's literally all I'm going to do with that. I've glued the rear vestments on. I'm actually just trying to think what else I need to do, and I don't think, oh yeah, that was it, Rune Lord Brass. So I'm going to use Rune Lord Brass, then Rune Fang Steel to highlight up the dark gold, and I think that will give a slightly smoother transition. So Rune Lord Brass, don't need that anymore. Your Rune Lord Brass does need quite a good shake to make sure it's mixed well. Put that aside. Okay, so yeah, so literally I'm just going to work my way round all of this brass, all of this dark gold, using the Rune Lord Brass as the first highlight, and I am going to go on quite thick with this initially, so I shall crack on with that. And now I'm going to come in with Rune Fang Steel, and we're going to use this to highlight the uppermost areas, like so. And I'm just going to work my way around. Okay, right, so she's got pouches, and I've done a mix of Mournfang Brown and Carrack Stone, just to lighten up from the Mournfang Brown that I used previously, and we're going to edge highlight all of the pouches. So this one's got some ammo pouches on her right hip, and she's got her holster on her left, and then there's a tiny pouch just here that also needs doing. So I'm going to do the colour gradation on the multi-melter, and I start off with Reichland Flesh Shade, which I'll do mostly, I'll probably leave a small amount of silver at the back of the weapon, but that will go on first. like so. I've got to let that dry now. So I'm waiting for the the Seraphim Sepia to dry. I'm just going to come in with a little bit of pink horror to just highlight the grip of the sword. Okay, XxxX Surfshade, and I'm only going to pop this about halfway along the multi-melter here. So, and again, I'm going to have to let that dry. Oh, right, and now I am just going to come in right at the end with some non-oil to just darken up the very end more towards black, so that we get that scorched look from the multi-melter. Let's take that out. Right. Okay. Right, let that dry. Let that dry. Hey. Okay, so here we go. Nundam is painted and finished. This is what I'm happy with. I'll bring the other two up to the same standard. And yeah, so there you go. I think the next video is the Dreadnought, the Redemptor Dreadnought. So that will be a part A video for the magazines, and then a part B for the build. All right, take care. Bye bye.